Alright guys, today we have a quick guide on how to complete the With a Trace quest in Arc Raiders. At first glance this seems like it only has 2 objectives, however there is more to do after this and you can actually get it done in one match. So I'm going to show you how you can do that, and it's actually fairly simple. So let's get into it. Now, looking at our map here, we're going to be going to Blue Gate, and the quest requires us to reach the Barren Clearing, which is marked at this location right here. However, once you get here, you're going to get some more objectives, and it's going to ask you to go to the Adorned Wreckage location. So we are going to end up going there all in one match. So here we are on the map, we're on Blue Gate, and we actually spawned right next to where we needed to go, over near Barren Clearing. So we are near the highway, so we're about 500 meters away. We just need to cross over and get to it. A tip I have is if you have adrenaline shots and you're using a loadout that you made yourself, not a free loadout, you can actually bring these in and you can move around the map so much faster. I didn't bring any here and I was deeply regretting it. I used it for another quest that I was working on earlier. But if you are using a free loadout, sometimes they have a chance to drop within the free loadouts. But if you're bringing your own loadout, I would highly recommend bringing in these adrenaline shots, as they are a huge help. So as we make our way over here, you're going to see that there's a lot of arc rubble and debris. Once we make our way into the Barren Clearing, you're going to see that the first part of With a Trace has completed. All you need to do is walk into the Barren Clearing. However, the second part requires us to find signs of whoever brought down the arc machines. So there is a very specific location that you need to go for this. You'll see right here, I kind of walk toward the main part thinking that it would be there. However, there is a part off to the side that you have to go interact with. So I ran into a player while doing this. You'll see in just a moment that he is off doing the exact quest that I'm doing. And you're going to come across this almost like a satellite dish or like a joint of the robot. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's a giant white circle. And you'll see the interact button when you walk over to it. And then all you have to do is investigate, and that will get the second part of the quest done. So once we complete that part of the mission, if we go to our map and look at the quest tab, you'll see that there's a new objective, and what it says is to inspect the Adorned Wreckage. Now, at first, I thought that this was just saying the wreckage that we were in, like the area that we were around. However, there is an actual spot on the map, like I showed you before, that is named the Adorned Wreckage. So all we need to do is walk over to the location. It's only about 100 meters away. Once you get there, you will have another, almost like a computer console that you need to search. Now, once you get to this location, you're going to see a lot of areas that you can search. There are going to be lots of containers and bits of wreckage that you can loot from. At first, I thought that all we had to do was loot from this area. However, there is actually going to be a console that you have to turn on. This console is going to be glowing yellow. If you saw my last video on the first Foothold quest, I'll have it linked at the top corner of this video. However, once you turn on this console, you should hear a beeping noise. And after that, your quest is complete. Without a Trace is done. You don't actually have to extract for this quest to complete. In fact, I fail my extraction. I'll show you what ended up happening in the background right now. But yeah, basically all you have to do is turn that on and the quest is complete. You can go back to Shuri and get the reward, and after that you'll have a new quest that you have to complete. And Without a Trace is done. So if this guide was helpful, please let me know in the comments if there's something I can improve on. Let me know in the comments as well. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in another video. Take care, guys.